The Paris Letter is by John Robin Bates, and he's sort of a hot guy right now. And it's about, well, it's kind of about greed, and it's about being true to oneself. And I would say, to thine own self be true is the main impetus of the play. I would say it's sort of what Greek tragedy is supposed to be. You know that these people are headed towards a road that is not going to end up in a sort of happy way, but getting there is sort of a beautiful, you know, it's a beautiful journey.
Anton is something of the narrator. He kind of takes the audience through the show. There are flashbacks. He sets them up. He's a very strong character. He's been through a lot. He's seen a lot. He's led a very colorful life. He was in the Army. He worked for a magazine in New York. He had his own restaurant. He's had a very, very full, fun life. And it was one of those letters one imagines late at night when one cannot sleep. A letter from someone who had caused a great deal of pain. It is, at its simplest, an apology, but not addressed to me. I am owed nothing. I am merely the messenger.
The characters are really interesting. Each of the actors has to play two characters. The only exception to that is the narrator, Anton. But there is a young version of Anton, and there is a young version of sort of the major character, Sandy Sonnenberg.
Sandy is a young closeted gay man who is still trying to come to terms with his sexuality and all the different twists and turns that it takes.
And my second character is young Anton, with Randy Vest playing the older Anton, and he's completely different than Burt. He is incredibly outgoing and is willing to talk about his personal life and actually every facet of his life, so that's fun to play.
In the 60s, I play Sandy Sonnenberg's mother. The mother, she loved Sandy dearly. She's a little overbearing. I would like very much to go to the village gate to see Nichols and May, but your father won't go. Do you like Nichols and May?
Yes.
His mother is from a different era, and even though she's kind of excited about the arty places and arty people, she's from a different era. No, Sandy, it seems to me that this is the language of shame. You get taught to deny your basic appetites as though desire were filthy. And then in the 90s and early 2000s, I play his wife. His wife is just a very free spirit, very loving, giving, open, and very different person.
Sandy Sonnenberg is a Wall Street powerhouse, raised very traditionally Jewish. In the 60s, he graduated from Princeton. He sort of finds himself wrapped into this whole life of all the things that he didn't want to be.
I am expected to go into the family business. I'm the only son. It's money, the business. They fiddle with money, polish it, clean it up, make more of it. Magic tricks and sleight of hand and late night phone calls.
Just kind of pushed in that direction my life, and when the time comes for him to think about retiring and pursuing the things that he realizes he really wanted in his life, it all starts to come unraveled on him, and not to a very tidy ending.
SNAP's mission of diversity is really borne out by this play, because it is about diversity, and that's really kind of the crux, is that one of the people, Sandy Sonnenberg, does not honor his diversity. He tries to shun it, he tries to get rid of it, he tries to expunge it, and it's, you know, that's his downfall.